So I have got, and I told you this earlier, the old, I guess the youngest pack I have is a 1991 score. So
Perfect.
You probably haven't played with any of these guys, but I'm guessing that you have probably, met some of these guys or have a story or two about these guys. But the way that we do this is I've got an old Beckett here because we started off with a current Beckett, but none of these cards have much value. If you go by the new stuff. So we've got an old Beckett from May 1992. We got a couple of extra rules. If the player is sporting a mustache, which a lot of these guys, and you did, you get an extra cent.
Let's go.
If they are wearing real stirrups that we can see, you get another cent.
Okay. Perfect.
Wearing 2-in-1s, though, minus a cent.
Oh, okay.
And then if they're a Hall of Famer, you get an extra 5 cents.
Cool. Hey, can I throw one rule just for this because I love the old school thing that no one wears anymore is the flip down sunglasses.
Ah, yeah.
If someone's wearing the flip down sunglasses, can I get one extra?
So this is
for the sake of an argument?
Mark and I have been discussing any sort of glasses get you like if you got the Chris Sabo, sports specs. Or a lot of these players still wore like I call them science teacher glasses. They were like normal glasses that took up half your face.
Right, like Eric Sogard wears. Yeah.
Well, except for his are small. Yeah. Like even big, like Fernando Valenzuela type glasses. Those big things.
Yeah. I thought you just meant like normal like lens crafter glasses because like Sogi Bear wears like normal glasses. I'm like, so get some like Oakleys with the thing on it. He's like, I just like these. I'm like, you're okay.
Mark, do you remember the first time the A's came through Seattle and Sogard was on the team? What did you call him? Mark, can you hear us? I can see you. I can't hear Mark, but we called him the account.
That's funny. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's awesome.
All right,
let's do it.
So let's open up this pack and see what we got in here.
And I apologize in advance for probably not knowing some like players that I should definitely know.
Oh, there's some of these players that we feel we should know and we don't.
Okay. All right.
All right, so we pulled this guy just a couple of packs ago. He was a pitching coach just a little while ago, I think, for the Cubs.
Okay.
It's Chris Bosio here with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah. I know Bosio. Yeah, I've heard of Chris Bosio for sure.
He threw a no-hitter, I think, in '87 is what I want to say when he was with the Brewers still.
That body's just peak performance. Look at that mustache. Boom, let's go.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. He's got a mustache. Now, I'm having a hard time telling if those... Oh, no, that's a 2-in-1. If you look at his back foot...
Yeah, I see it. I see the 2-in-1.
Definite suck.
That's
Bosio,
tough.
damn you. Let's see, though. I'm going to guess that's probably not going to get any value. And... yeah, unfortunately, nothing there.
Dang, okay.
All right, now this guy, I'm sure you'll have something to say. If we could hear Mark, I'm sure he's got plenty of things to say. One of my favorite stories, I told you I'm a huge Ricky Henderson fan. I've told it a million times. This guy broke the streak of Ricky leading the league in stolen bases. He's now on the MLB Network. Second baseman for the Seattle Mariners, cool. Harold Reynolds.
Right, cool, very cool.
I'm going to guess he's got a mustache.
Yeah,
he always
mustache
did.
in there. Oh, yeah, I see it. That's a point for sure. There we go. Harold Reynolds,
so
nice.
There's 1 cent.
I love those old school Mariners jerseys. Those are they need to wear those more often. Those are cool.
Yeah, I go back and forth between the Trident, which is great, and I love the gold S.
Yeah, 100%.
Is also great. That card is not worth anything in Beckett's, but you do get a cent for the mustache.
Yes, let's go.
And I will just say it as Ricky called him up. I don't know if you've heard this story. Ricky called him up because he was hurt most of the year. So Harold won the stolen base title with, it was like 66 stolen bases or something. Right. It was really low. And so the next day, Ricky calls up Harold, and Harold tells the story. He goes, hey, Ricky, how you doing? And Ricky just says, Henderson here, 60 stolen bases. Ricky would have had that at the All-Star break. Click, hangs up on him.
Love it. That's great.
Okay, here we go. Now, this guy has almost got a 2-cent mustache. Closer for the Cleveland Indians, Doug Jones.
Ooh, look at that thing. That's a caterpillar right there. That is a mustache and a half. I love that.
Yeah, that is quite the stash. Now, Doug Jones was the premier closer at one point, right before Eckersley kind of came on the scene and became the premier guy. But
nice.
That is not worth anything, unfortunately, by Beckett. But that is
Beckett. Jeez,
another cent.
Come on, Doug. You're killing me. We got the stash though. It's fine. We got 1 cent for the stash.
Okay, this guy, now I think this is the guy that went on to be a pitching coach, and I think he managed John Farrell, pitcher for the Indians.
Yeah, so he was he managed Boston for a little bit, right?
Red Sox, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Was he managing when you hit that shot? No, I think that was too recent. I think he was more in like the mid 2000s.
I played against John's son in AAA. Or AA maybe, but yeah. So John Farrell, nice. Do I get any points do I get any cents for that? Is that worth anything?
Not by Beckett, but those are definitely real stirrups. I can see in the front though. It's kind
so
of
that's the point, right? Heck yeah, there we go.
Yep. So you can see over on the left hand side there our leaderboard. To break the top 10, you need 34 cents.
Dang, all right, I need a big pull here.
So you got some work to do.
How many cards in the pack? Just so I know.
I think is it 15 or 16?
We got some
16.
time. We got time. All right, we got time.
All right, here you've got a special card. It's a K-Man card from the California Angels at this point. Mark Langston.
Nice.
That's a good card.
Dang, that thing's cool. With the stirrups too. Nice. That's huge.
Oh yeah, definitely real stirrups there. No mustache.
It's crazy.
Now
it's crazy to see how far glove technology has come along. Like I've seen basically all these guys' gloves, and they look like, gloves that are in donation bins at like Blade Against Sports or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like these gloves, like the technology in gloves has gone through the roof in the past, 2 decades, right? Like the gloves now are incredible. And that glove looks like a beer league softball glove.
That looks like, and I know if Mark could talk, he would back me up on this. That looks like Luis Polonia's glove, who was infamous for having his glove was like 2 feet long, so that he could grab anything in the outfield. So that is unfortunately again not worth anything in Beckett, but you do get the cent for the stirrups.
Come on,
there.
Mark. I thought the K-Man it's got the cool lines on it. I thought that was gonna be worth something. All right.
Yeah, all right, that should frankly, it's Mark Langston. It should be worth
like a Ken Griffey or something here. Come on.
So this guy, I do vaguely remember him. Outfielder for the Twins, John Moses.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess you're probably not gonna remember him. He's definitely got a big league mustache there, though.
So, yep, definitely see the stash. We're chipping away.
You're chipping away. Yes, singles, consistent. Yep. This guy was a speedster for, in this case, the Montreal Expos. I remember him a lot from the Atlanta Braves. Also had a bit of a problem with cocaine. Otis Nixon.
Okay.
Now, this is a great card because look at it. He's wearing the classic Expos uniform. Right. He is sliding. I mean, that kind of looks like first base more than second base.
I don't know what that is. That's interesting. He's like, I think he's post slide, but like you're right, back at first base somehow, but clearly not a head first dive. I don't know what that is.
I don't, but look at his helmet. It's a double flap. But it's not protruding out on the ears. It's straight down. It's like, it kind of looks like the Great Gazoo from the Flintstones with that helmet. But I can't tell stirrup wise. That kind of looks like there's some sock down there, but I'm gonna rule this one inconclusive.
I think that's a good call. I think inconclusive is a good call. I don't. We don't really know.
Now, he usually had a wispy mustache, but I can't really tell on the front there. So I think maybe we'll just call that one. Let me look.
I feel like I see a little peach fuzz above his lip on the back there. I think I see a little peach fuzz.
Yeah, we go by the front, but he always did have kind of that wispy mustache, like the 16-year-old mustache.
Gotcha, okay.
But all right, well, here you go. So this will be interesting. The score this year had something they called the Dream Team cards, and they're black and white posed cards. And I remember the Ricky Henderson one because he's sitting in just his sliding shorts on top of a bunch of bases. You, however, have pulled Not a Hall of Famer, but this could give you some value.
Okay.
It is Jose Canseco.
Oh, let's go in the denims, the shirtless.
Look at that.
The shirtless Jose with the jeans on, letting it rip in the mullet. Oh man, dude, I was supposed to play back then. I feel like this honestly just should be my card. This is what I should look like right here doing this. I play in the wrong era.
I feel like this was his idea to post this.
1000%. He did a self-published card of this one for sure.
Okay, now, oh my goodness. So, if you look at our leaderboard right now, first of all, you're at 5 cents going into this card. Brad Baluchin is an author that has it's probably the most popular baseball book of this season out, where he opened a pack of 1986 tops, and then he went around and he talked to every player that was in that pack, except for one had passed away. One was Carlton Fisk, and well, he doesn't talk to anybody. But so that was an 86 pack of tops. He got $1.08. Okay. This Jose Canseco card back in 1992 was worth $1.25.
Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about right there. Heck yeah, Jose. All day long, baby.
You have just obliterated the leaderboard. That's right,
as it should be. As it should be. That's where I belong. We're in the top spot, baby. That's where Dickie belongs up there. Top spot. Let's go.
Oh, my gosh. That card right there. I mean... That's great. That is awesome. Congratulations. You're halfway. You're not even halfway through the pack, and you're already way out there.
Let's go. Dominant performance already. Let's go, Jose.
All right.
Jose is what I'm talking about.
So the next pitcher for the Houston Astros, Mark Portugal.
That's a really cool name, but I don't know him.
Yeah, he pitched for quite a while. The card, I'm guessing, is not worth. The card's not worth anything. No mustache. No stirrups, but it doesn't matter at this point. It
doesn't matter. Yeah, we're chilling. Also, Mark Portugal sounds like the name of like a detective in my next crime novel. Honestly, that's
there you go. I think he is the pitcher. He might have the pitcher with the most career wins, whose last name is also a country.
Oh, that's cool.
I just made that up, but.
Yeah.
Next we got first baseman outfielder. This sounds like probably something that was on one of your cards. For the Rangers, Jack Daugherty. I remember the name. He was pretty much a utility guy. That card is not worth anything. I hate to say it, but I think he's wearing some 2-in-1s. These years
2-in-1s were popular.
Yeah, I think just a lot of guys. So that's going to put a little dent in your score.
It's okay. All right, but we're hanging tight.
Yeah, you're just adding on with anything here. Yeah. Definitely get a point for this one for the real stirrups pitcher for the Chicago Cubs, Steve Wilson. Little lefty, letting it rip right there. I have no idea who Steve Wilson is. Yeah, I don't even remember Steve Wilson, but that's a good looking card. It's in Wrigley. You can even tell what time of year it is. This is the first month or so, because you can see there's no ivy in the wall back there. Right. But and he's got the long sleeves on, but it's a good looking card at least.
I really wish I would have played in Wrigley, man. That's one stadium I wish I would have played. I never got a chance to play there.
Favorite stadium that you did play in?
I mean, it's got to be Fenway. Fenway is so cool. I mean, it's really hard to beat. I mean, Yankee Stadium was amazing, and even Toronto. I love the Rogers Center, but that was probably only because they were in the playoff hunt at the time, so there was like 50,000 people there. So it was like the biggest stadium I played.
Oh wow!
Most fans I played in front of at the time. So I think either New York, Boston, or Toronto. Actually, I love the old Tech Rangers Stadium too. I'm kind of bummed that they made a new one. That place was awesome.
So we're talking Jose Bautista Blue Jays.
Yes. So that's season 15. Yes. Yep.
By default on this show, we think of Joe Carter, John Olerud, those teams.
Right,
so
right. This was the old bat flip team. This is the bat flip team. The Donaldson, Bautista, and Encarnacion. That team was loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Next, this guy I'm a big A's fan. I loved this guy. He was the epitome of a utility infielder. Lance O'Darn, you sank my Blankenship.
Ooh, nice. Lance.
And he's got real stirrups on there.
Respect it. Is he wearing the flip down glasses?
Oh, I think he is. Look at that. He is.
Or is that just eye black?
Now, No, he is definitely. Yeah,
Nice.
he's got both going on there. I remember he was a champion of the flip downs.
Nice, love that.
Which the anniversary of the guy that patented those just came across my Twitter feed the other day. Now, because you are so far in the lead, I'm going to go ahead.
I'm not going to ask for a point. I was just messing with you about the flip downs.
Our next season, we're going to incorporate the glasses, but that will get you 1 cent there for the stirrups.
Nice.
The stirrups, yeah. This guy, catcher for the San Diego Padres. I remember this guy. He was just a big dude behind home plate. Mark Parent.
Mark Parent.
Probably a little bit before your time there.
I heard of him.
Can't see his stirrups. He's a catcher, so I guarantee you he was wearing real stirrups, but we can't see it. But
you got to be able to see it. I get it.
Yep. That's at the old Jack Murphy Stadium. I can tell there. This is one of my superpowers. I can always tell what stadium it is just by seeing
the background.
seats or the wall or anything. For some reason I'm good at that.
Awesome.
But no value on that one. This guy you're gonna love his glove. Pitcher for the Yankees, Dave LaPointe.
Dave LaPointe. What is that thing? Look at that. That looks. That glove is so
I think you hit
dude.
it on the head when you said you'd see about 8 of these if you went to play it again sports.
Gosh,
yeah,
it's just the whole fact that like the whole like parts open right there is like fingers sticking out. Yeah, it's just like it just looks like it barely looks like it has fingers. It looks like it's like an oven mitt. Oh man, that's a tough look right there.
It looks like there's not even really a pocket. Yeah. Like it just folds flat.
Exactly.
I think Dave LaPointe went on to be a pitching coach,
nice.
But
so no
I'm
value
not sure.
That either?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, no value on that.
Okay.
No mustache. Can't see the stirrups. Your first Hall of Famer. You got 2 cards left here. They're both good ones.
Nice. Let's go.
Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Now it's a Hall of Famer. There's 2 Hall of Famers nicknamed the Kid.
Okay.
This one is probably the lesser of the 2. Not being Griffey, but it is catcher, Giants legend, in this case, Gary Carter.
Nice. That's got to be worth something right there.
Well, you'll definitely get points because he is a Hall of Famer.
Nice.
Let's see, 215 is no value in Beckett's, but you do get 5 points because he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
And we love Gary Carter here. It'd be better if he was in a Mets or an Expos uniform, but Gary Carter as a Giant. And your final card here, this is going to be interesting to see what this is worth. He is wearing 2-in-1 stirrups, but you wouldn't really expect anything different from the Wild Thing, Mitch Williams.
Nice.
We were speaking of those Blue Jays playoff teams from the early 90s. Not on it, but he is the one that gave up the home run to Joe Carter, the walk-off in the World Series, pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's see what that is worth. That is, I can't believe Mitch Williams in 91 was not worth anything.
What?
Yeah, but he's gonna, and unfortunately, he's even gonna take a cent away because of those 2-in-1s. But yeah, that's another. See, that's a little bit later in Wrigley because you can definitely see the eye right there.
Did you say that Mitch Williams is a Hall of Famer or Gary Carter was the?
Gary Carter was.
Yes, I thought. I thought you said I had 2 left. They were both Hall of Famers. I was like, wait, is it Mitch Williams a Hall of Famer? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, just 2 cards left. This was your last one, Mitch Williams. But he probably went up in value because once he was traded to the Phillies, either in the middle of 91 or during the offseason of 92 is when he became kind of the dominant closer, but then gave up that bomb to Joe Carter to walk it off in the World Series. But there is nothing to shake a stick at here because you are taking over.
That's what I'm talking about. First place, let's go.
The leaderboard here. I'm going to have to do some quick editing here to get this leaderboard updated. Nice. But that is a heck of a round. We've never had a card in this format that was worth more than $1. We did just finish a tournament that we had somebody pull a Bobby Bonilla card and I think it was a 1986 Donruss that was worth $2.25.
Dang. Bobby Bonilla is my dad's arch nemesis because he's a big Indians fan. So he hit that home run against the Indians in like 95 or 6 when I was in the World Series. And so Always off of Jose Mesa, and so my dad always like.
Yeah, Bobby Bonilla. We often talk about just from the fact that he's still getting paid millions of dollars every year on Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yeah,
and of course was playing cards with Ricky
Best
Henderson in the clubhouse in 2001. During the playoffs. but
there it is, top spot right there. Look at it.
Yeah, that is very impressive. That's going to be hard.
That's right. Take that, Brad.
That's going to be hard to beat. We'll. I just got a whole box of these 91 scores, so we'll keep those in the rotation for a while. But congratulations on that. As we wrap up here, I want to give first of all say thank you. I apologize. Mark is having some technical issues.
No worries. All good.
But please, can you tell everybody where they can reach you on social media, where they can see you on Twitch, where they can read your stories and everything else?
Yeah, no, first off, thank you for having me on. It was, I had a great time, so I appreciate it. Yeah, so if you want to check me out, I'm on Twitter. It's at rshaff8, RSHAFF, the number 8. And then on Instagram, it's at Dickie Danger 8. And then on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Dickie Danger, DICKYDANGER. And then my author website is shafferstories.com, and that's just SHAFFER stories.com. And hopefully the book will be out here, hopefully in the next, I don't know, 2.5, 3 months. Hopefully it'll be ready to rock and roll. So obviously I'll have a bunch of stuff on that out and about. Yeah, so that's basically it. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at least until for right now, unless I end up getting a real job here soon and have to work normal hours, and I'll probably push that back to the afternoons. But yeah, so I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Come check me out if you want to hang out and have a good time. We got some cool people that we hang out with, have a cool community of people that we just mess around with. So yeah, thank you again for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Gonna pull a wet pack hero. No stars in his eyes. Wet